Stay warm. Awesome. Well, happy spring equinox, everyone. We are so excited to be here together with you. And yeah, just welcome to all the friends and family who made time out of their day to be together. It's so special whenever we can share time and space. Let me just move that over. Yeah, so this is our Transformation Thursday call. We do this call every week. And it is a wonderful container to come in, learn about regenerative health, and feel into the community and support that is here for all of us. And that's my very favorite part of it all. And I know time is our most valuable asset that we never get back in return. So, for you showing up and making an effort to be here together is so important to you. It's your own investment as well as, supporting, yeah, the greater whole. So I know it is whoever invited you here. I know they're so honored that you came and they deeply care about you. And that is what really fuels the fire here. I know the person who invited me into Purium cared so much about me that they really were so persistent and loving and graceful and came to me right at the perfect time when I needed it. So this could be an answer to your prayer. So I'm excited to get started. So whether you're new to this or you're a part of our Thrive in 2025 transformation group, or you've been here for a while, it's just nice again to be unifying, especially on such a fun day, the spring equinox. So just introducing myself, my name is Nicole. I have been living the Purium lifestyle for 4 years now, and I have been so blessed to be able to add these regeneratively farmed, mineral-rich, detoxifying superfoods into my life daily and for my family. I'm a mother of three and really living it up here in Southwest Florida. But it's kind of, it's always a story because it hasn't always been this way. I grew up on the outskirts of New Orleans where food was always the focus. It was always definitely flavorful, but that didn't mean that it was nourishing. And at a very early age, I learned, firsthand that true nourishment wasn't available to everyone, and that never sat right with me. So fast forward to when my husband and I began to prepare for children, we knew we couldn't just feed them flavorful food, that we needed to really nourish them. And so that put us on a journey. So over the past 16 years or so, we have been exploring everything from raw veganism to homesteading to food foresting. We dove into ancestral ways of eating. We moved across the country searching for the right answers. Yet through all of that, something still felt incomplete or missing. The real turning point for us was in 2021, and life hit us really hard, and our family was in a deep state of grief. We were navigating a horrific loss and living in uncertainty, and we were truly living on a prayer. And that is when the dear friend that I mentioned before delivered what I like to call our basket of hope. And to some, it could have just been a box of nutrition, but to me, it was a lifeline. It was really the missing puzzle piece we had been looking for all these years. We finally, for the first time, were deeply nourished and knew what the word satiated mean because we were just feeling so complete with that. I remember our first 30 days on these potent superfoods. We felt restored, energized, and by the grace of God, alive because we were going through so much. So fast forward to now, my husband, he works out in the hot Florida sunshine, and he literally takes 3 shaker bottles a day and some fruit, and he stays energized, focused, and fully satisfied till dinner. I find that so fascinating for a grown man working really hard. And my children are no longer asking for food every 5 minutes because they are nourished on a cellular level. So my mama heart can now rest. And for me personally, I'm in my 40s now. I feel so strong in my body. Um, Actually, for the first time, I'm training for my first ever half marathon this fall, thanks to Amber. And this is huge for me as I am not a person of athletics. It has not been my strong point. So just really feeling like I'm new. I feel like a young a young woman. It feels wonderful. And I really give credit to these superfoods. But I have to say, something that trumps all of this is really the consistency of being on this transformation program is the emotional and mental balance that we have now as a family. I know we no longer are going through waves of despair and depression, and the world continues to shift and do its thing around us, and we're able to stay level. And I really contribute that because of these superfoods and being able to have our internal terrain truly nourished. So we're not in that fight or flight inside, and we're able to handle what comes at us. And so for me, like all the physical things, great, but that is the best. And, there's more benefits. Like I only had to prepare one meal a day, which is a huge mom win. I get to home educate my kids. We spend time in nature, and yeah, I just have more freedom. So Purium has been the easy button and truly the thing we have been searching for. So exciting to have trusted and consistent, top-notch groceries delivered to your door every month that you don't really have to think about, just easy to consume. So it was an answer to our prayers, like I said, and it may be for you as well. So I definitely want to share what I'm actually talking about. So I know many on this call are actually a part of our transformation already. Drop a two if that's you in the comments. But for those of you who are brand new to this, I'm going to go over the program. I'm going to start off by saying first that this is not a diet. I think people need to know that because diets don't work long term. And this program will help you reset your system. It's going to nourish, balance, and repair your gut health. It's going to balance your hormones, improve your energy, help you sleep better, reduce your joint pain. This is great, right? And I think everybody can benefit from at least one of these, if not all of them, right? So how does it work? The program has two meal replacements a day. You only have to make one meal, like I said before, and have healthy snacks on hand. So to say that this simplifies your life is a complete understatement. The meal replacements consist of gut support, high quality protein, a power shake or dark berry. That's the forms it comes in. We also have pre and probiotics that are specifically and scientifically proven to remove pesticides and herbicides from your system. So let me show you. This is the box that you'll get in the mail. It's big and beautiful, and it's loaded with goodness. Inside, you're going to get your transformation tracker. And in here, it's going to really help you get into the rhythm and understand what to do every day until it just becomes a natural. Really fun to track your energy and your weight and your measurements. Definitely recommend taking before and after pictures. Even if you don't share with anyone, to see the transformation for yourself is really mind-blowing and helpful. You also will get this cool lifestyle guide. It's so handy and so fun. And of course, you get the support from whoever invited you here. And so the community is so big. We have a Thrive in 2025 group that we can connect you with, where there's testimonies, recipes, and tons of educational support to further the process, right? Because this is a transformation, not a diet. And it's not easy to do alone, right? We're doing it together. So this is the Power Shake. This is the main product from Purium. It literally, you add water, you shake it up, and you go. It's so convenient. It's gluten-free. It's delicious. It's simple, and it's equivalent to 6 microgreen salads. So like, were you going to eat 6 microgreen salads for breakfast or lunch? Probably not, but now you can. I find that to be so fun. And through these delicious shakes, a few things that I loved about them is that they increase the hormone adiponectin, and they have bitters that help decrease cravings and addiction issues. Huge game changer for us. Another common shake that we have that you can get with your ULT is the dark berry protein. And this shake is so delicious. It's a unique formula that has significant impact on your body, your brain, your blood vessels. It supports collagen, memory, focus. It helps your blood pressure. It satisfies your hunger with real nutrition. We all know that fruits and herbs are the basis of cellular health and survival, and the dark berry is an incredible offering, right from in nature's apothecary. We do have an apothecary too. And it's crafted to, transform your body. So love the dark berry. The two of those shakes combined are so delicious. The protein that we have too is called the Super Aminos 23. And these are my absolute favorite They were designed by an Italian doctor whose patients were comatose, and he needed something so their muscles wouldn't atrophy while they were bedridden. The protein is extremely high absorption rate, 99%. So it doesn't strain your kidneys the way complex proteins do. It tightens your skin and builds muscles. So you can see why these are my favorite, like my mama go-tos here. Our gut support is the Biomedic. This is probably one of the most important products that we have in our arsenal or in our toolkit, and it really helps the body with inflammatory response. It's proven to reduce C-reactive proteins by 75% in the body, which, if you don't know, C-reactive proteins are the inflammation marker in the body. And it also helps repair the gut while removing glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in the herbicide Roundup, which is linked to cancer, infertility, autoimmune, autism, dementia, gluten intolerances, and the list continues, unfortunately. So many have incredible stories of Biomedic reducing and even eliminating symptoms related to poor gut health. So huge key product into our day. And they're flavorless. So if you can't swallow the capsules, or like for children, you could just open them up and pour them right into your drink or yogurt or whatever you have. Yeah, and then one healthy meal with some whole food snacks throughout the day. And that's it. The less processed, the better. The more plant strong, the greater results. Remember, the goal here is to alkalize our body. So before we go to bed, this was that apothecary that I mentioned earlier, but it's our tart cherry juice. And this helps clean out the liver. It helps support kidneys, supports your kidneys and filtering waste from the body. It supports the body's healthy inflammatory response. And it's the highest source of naturally occurring melatonin in any food. So huge benefit to the body. It's so easy to incorporate. Just replace the wine, right, for the tart cherry at night. And that's it. That's the program. It's simple, it's convenient, and I know you'll love it. You also get this really fun, cool, rechargeable travel blender, which is so fun to have on hand. The program also includes this very gentle parasite cleanse. This also helps with mold and yeast overgrowth as well. Everyone can do it unless you're pregnant or breastfeeding. You would swap this out for our cracked cell chlorella. The cracked cell chlorella is a powerful blood builder, and it helps support healthy cell function and growth. So great for mom and baby. Also note that we have various other programs to fit other specific needs. So again, you want to work closely with the person who invited you to the call so they can help you get whatever you need added on. We have, over 100 different amazing products with Purium, and they're all from regeneratively farmed soils and masterly formulated just for our optimal use. Our program also qualifies for HSA and FSA reimbursements. So if that's something that applies to you, definitely, again, reach out to the person who connected you here and make sure that you figure out the steps. So that way, you can utilize that. So cool. So that's kind of enough from me. I want to hear from you. So I know with all those twos we had people doing the program, I'd love to hear some wins, big or small. We absolutely want to welcome everyone's voice to be shared. So if you have your camera on and you wouldn't mind sharing a quick story about your experience with the ULT, that would be so fun. And just as a reminder too, let's keep this to 2 minutes or less so we can make sure that everybody has space, and always want to make sure that we don't use the words heal or reverse. So that is a big part of this. But yeah, if anybody would like to volunteer, raise their hand. We'd love to have you share your voice and your story and inspire. And if not, I can maybe call on some people too. Casey, I see you raising your hand. Yay.
Hi, everyone. So I've been doing the cleanse for about a little over 4 months, and my grandma's been in the hospital. So a big win for me is I've been taking the night shift and getting very little broken sleep, but the sleep that I am getting is quality, and I don't feel drained and depleted like I would, normally feel in that circumstance. So that's a huge win for me. Body's not aching either, like sleeping on a chair in a hospital. So that's where like my neck would normally be like locked up or something. So the whole system is like a lifeline for sure. And I'm grateful to have it because it's easy and I don't have to think about like what I'm going to do for dinner. Um, and so I just been making a shake, taking aminos, and drinking some apothecary, and then that allows my body to keep functioning to deal with life, right? So,
Wow, Casey, that's so amazing. And yeah, it's such a benefit to be able to add this into when there's something big that's happening in our life and to really make nourishing ourselves not be so complicated, right, during these times. And I mean, if anybody's getting good sleep in a hospital chair, that's a huge testimony to this. And we send love to grandma for sure. It's my grandma too, by the way. Oh, goodness. Yay. Anybody else like to share? Amber, would you like to share your story?
Sure. So I've been doing superfood nutrition for 2 years, and really just coming out of the brain fog within the first, couple of days, and just feeling very deeply nourished and supported through this whole journey. And one thing that I don't think we talk about a lot, but it is something where um, it goes on the emotional level as well. And so during my cleanse, my super cleanser period, I had some emotional stuff come through and just really detoxing gently, but yet, getting into the crevices of, the inner being of emotions. So it just supports you on all levels.
100%. I can totally attest to that. If we can have balanced emotions because of the superfoods we're putting in our body and not be reacting to everything in the world, life changes completely, right? Especially for us as mothers and caretakers. So I absolutely love that you bring more attention to that because I agree it is so profound to be able to not only physically feel benefits, but to emotionally feel benefits, not have to lean on anything else. Yay. Yeah. So we have time for maybe one more share. Anybody else want to volunteer? Allison, in that beautiful sunshine.
Hi, Nicole and everyone. Good to see you. Great job. Yeah, I just wanted to add in, I really loved that detail that you gave us about your husband doing pretty intense labor, and that he can walk out the door with, I think you said 3 shakes a day. I do the same thing for myself because, like, with more time, I've learned a little bit more about the arsenal and I'm playing with different flavors. I mean, really, it's like powders, different concoctions. But the reality is, like, I need to have integrity in my food, but I also need the convenience because I've got a full, big, busy life, kids, and then there's a lot of things I want to accomplish and build with others, right? And contribute. So this just takes one more thing off my plate without losing the juice, so I that's my husband does the same thing too. He's not outside working. He's crunching numbers in tax season right now, working 7 days a week. That's gnarly. That's really out of rhythm for us. But like, I just load him up, he loads himself up, and it's just when I like how Amber spoke to the emotional balance of things. But sometimes when life calls for a lot of us and we have less bandwidth to get creative with things. And for me, I love food, but this, like you said, you don't have to worry about feeding anybody a big meal until the end of the day. Me too. We have two small kids, a 20-year-old, doing all different kinds of things, spinning plates, and this just really fills us up. I like Casey's story too. That makes a lot of sense. So to the people like doing really intense labor, and I think most labor is intense nowadays, concerning the conditions of the environment and, you know, wherever we're spending our energy. So I love that detail. Same thing's going on with our family. It's totally a tool. Absolutely. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Allison. And I agree. It's like to be able to get nutrients that just arrives at your door and consume it in literally a shaker bottle. Like I love what you said. I don't know if you meant it, but it was kind of kind of fun that you take it off the plate and don't lose the juice, because that's literally what we're doing. We're getting nutrients. Instead of having it on a plate, we're putting it in liquid, because the whole idea here is hydration and mineral, cellular nourishment. So perfect. And it helps us be able to navigate this world with so much more ease and grace. And then eating becomes more fun, and more grounding. And this helps us be able to like navigate this world, right? Yay. So fun. It's so good to hear people's voices and just raw, authentic shares, of people's transformation and how this integrates into our life, because it's constantly changing, it's constantly shifting. And I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am for everyone that is on this journey. It's totally changed my life, and I know so many others. And so if you haven't gotten started, or you're just getting started, and or if you're like us who have been on the journey for a while, the regeneration just continues to happen, and those moments of such gratitude continue to show up. So just so grateful for everyone who takes proactive steps, for their health and stays consistent. It's such an incredible gift that you give to, your own self, but furthermore to your loved ones, because when we're healthy, our children can feel more balanced, and, the world around us just spins easier. And it's in perfect alignment with this spring energy, right? So just speaking to that again, too, for all of us, just step in with this new, fresh energy of spring. Even if it's still snowing and cold where you are, spring is here, and there's a collective energy of moving forward and planting seeds, because this journey really is about tuning into our own body and nourishing it deeply, and elevating our self-care so we can, like I said, be of better service to our family and our community, hopefully. So to wrap things up, I'm going to answer a few common questions that we get often, like, how long should I be on the program and how much does it cost? So we recommend giving your body at least a 90-day window for best results. When you give yourself 90 days, most experience amazing shifts, and remembering your body didn't get into the current state that it's in, overnight, and it's not going to get over it overnight either, right? It's not going to transform overnight. So when you give yourself this starting ramp, the body has time to adjust, and you can build sustainable, healthy habits, because that's really the important piece here. And after the 90 days, some people drop down to our maintenance program, which is one meal, replacement a day. But most of us stick to this program long term, because it is so easy to incorporate, and it's just such deep, rich nourishment that why get off of it, really? But regardless, whoever invited you here, again, you want to work with them, and they're going to help you navigate these goals. So whether you're just starting or you're after your 90 days, finding what program meets you is, something that we actually cherish doing. It's really fun journey to work so closely together, because we're all here to support each other. So another common question that we get is, how much does it cost? And amazingly, this breaks down to $13 a day. And that literally covers everything I just went over. The 2 meal replacements, it saves you time, money on groceries, time on shopping, and eating out. It's really so affordable and such a great way to get your health journey started and to reach your goals. So in comparison, to what others are spending on $13 a day, you are getting an incredible value for the price. I do want to emphasize that this nutrition plan also is not a miracle pill. Our bodies are the real miracle, and they are designed to regenerate themselves. When we provide the right inputs and tools to support and balance our body, homeostasis can be reached. And that's exactly what happens on this. When we give our body the nutrients that it needs, it can work out all the kinks that it has, and we come into more optimal health. So on this program, we are not going to micromanage you at all, but the more organic, the more whole foods you eat, the less processed food you consume, the better the results are going to be. So can you have coffee and alcohol? Of course. But are you going to get better results, if you choose not to, or you decrease the amount? Definitely. So remembering that our focus is hydration through these nutrient-rich liquids. So we want to snack on fruits and vegetables and living foods, and really minimize inflammatory foods like dairy, so we can help our body alkaline more quickly so we can heal. and so we can transform. We also have a new incredible product called Aqua Vibrance. And this is so fun. I actually don't have my bottle here with me. Mine's almost empty, so I need to get mine coming in. But by adding these powerful drops to your drinking water, it's a game changer, and has really been a blessing. In our family, we just started using them a month ago and has really been great. So I highly encourage everybody checking that out. It helps to deeply hydrate the body. It also supports the higher absorption of nutrients like these superfoods that you'd be consuming. So again, working with the person who invited you here so they can connect all these dots for you. And at the end of this call, we always like to share a quick recipe and do a quick recap. And we can take questions at the end if anybody has. So let me show you this quick visual. So thank you, Mary Beth. So this is what we call the lifestyle transformation, the ultimate lifestyle transformation, the ULT for short. And the whole point is so we can create healthy habits. And it's possible that you have such quality regeneration because everything that we're consuming here is from the 1% highest, most potent food on the planet, which is regeneratively farmed soils. So all of the farms that we source our products from come from really quality soil. And that is why it's so efficient for us to consume and find benefits. So it's real fast food. It literally takes seconds to mix it up in your shaker bottle and shake it and go. It's inexpensive and it's an easy way to get lots of fruits and vegetables in our body so we can be deeply nourishing ourselves. It's our solution to glyphosate, which most of us that have been on an organic path for years or decades or a lifetime, we still have exposure to this glyphosate in our world. And so we actually have a solution for it now. And yeah, just has lots of different benefits that we can all source from. I feel tongue-tied in my words there, but another great thing is that we have the smart order, so it could come every month, and you don't have to think about getting your groceries or your nourishment or like running out to the store or dragging the kids anywhere. It literally arrives at the door, and definitely a mom win there. Mary Beth, if you wanted to go to the next slide, thanks. Yeah, so these are the two shakes that we had mentioned before. The Power Shake. Again, it helps with our energy, our cravings, detoxifying. It's real satiating to the body. So good for burning fat, which is, most of us are looking for that to get rid of excess waste so we can navigate this world more efficiently. The dark berry really is going to help with our mental clarity, our memory, vascular integrity, our heart health, glucose levels. So again, just really giving us a well-balanced start right from that one shake. The super aminos, these were my favorite. These are my mama go-tos. They help us create the lean muscle, again, helping us to burn fat and build muscle, which is really important. And it helps with our skin elasticity and mental function. Hey, Caleb, I see you. This is Biomedic. This is one of our flagship product here as well, where it helps to remove the glyphosate from our system. So it's going to help with the gut health, with bloating, digestion, removing those C-reactive proteins. Super easy to incorporate into anyone's diet. They're tasteless too, so if you needed to open the capsule, that is an easy solution. And moving to the next slide is Apothecary, just such a wonderful way to end the night or in your day and to kind of ground in the body. It's so delicious. I literally mix it with just water and ice. My mom likes it hot with warm water and kind of helps ground her. But there's all kinds of fun recipes if you wanted to get creative too. But again, it's going to help you with that deep sleep, like Casey was speaking of, being able to sleep in a hospital chair under such stressful conditions. It's really going to help you get good quality rest when you are able to rest. And we all need that because that's where real transformation happens in the body. And then the Super Cleansar. So this is part of the program that you only do 10 days out of the full month. And it's going to help, release the parasites from the body. It's going to help with, getting our bowels moving properly, help reduce the toxins and the buildup that's happened in the body. Again, it's going to address the mold, the yeast, and also fungus. So huge benefit to our body and perfect time, again, with spring to be stepping into this cleanse. And just as a reminder, if you're breastfeeding or you're pregnant, you'd want to use the cracked cell chlorella. Again, it helps build blood and helps with healthy cell function. So we definitely want that for our next generation. So when you pick the ULT, just remembering that there's all kinds of add-ons. So whether you are focusing on reproductive health or brain health or sleep support, performance, if you're an athlete, there's all kinds of additional products that you can add on to really help bring benefit to this program for you. So that's really fun to know. And to talk about the HSA and FSA, if that applies to you. So this is just a kind of a fun comparison screen here. Just looking at like how one can spend, or maybe, the average person spends $13 a day, getting a burrito from Chipotle, which is full of calories, right? Getting non-organic juice from Whole Foods, getting, a falafel bowl from Kava, and just always is like one meal or one time you can spend the $13. Or over to the Purium side, you're spending actually less than $13 a day, and you're getting two extremely nutrient dense meals that are 100% organic and regeneratively farmed. It's the highest 1% quality of nutrients you're going to find. You're getting parasite support, and you're getting better sleep. And plus, you get the fun blender, and it comes to your door every month. You don't have to go drive out to all these places to get it. So it's a huge shift in what you could do with $13 compared to what many are doing with $13. So expense is not an issue. So this is my fun recipe that I was going to share for spring. We call it our Aloe Bio Boost. And it is Aloe Digest and Biofruit. And the two combined are so amazing. It's so supportive for gut and digestive health. It helps our immune system, which we could all use during this time. It's really hydrating to the body, and it's alkalizing. It tastes amazing. It tastes as good as it looks in this picture right here, I have to say. It really helps with muscle and joint support, and really is good for the skin as well. So absolutely love incorporating this into our day. I usually make this like in between our two shakes. This is kind of like our refresher that we've been having. I also like to add the Aqua Vibrance into our water when we're drinking this. It really helps all those superfoods just enter the body with more ease and grace. So super fun. I hope you guys try it. I actually have mine right here. Um, so we always like to end with a quote, and quotes are so meaningful. I was actually studying some of the most successful people on the planet, and they all suggest that we know quotes, right? And that we study from the masters. And so leaving you with this, do something for yourself today that your future self will thank you for. And that's so powerful. And so thank you, Sean Patrick Flannery, for that beautiful quote, because, it's like passing it on to the next generation. What we set ourselves up for today is really going to carry us through. So again, we always want to get back with the person and work closely with the person who invited you here, because that's where the deep relationship grows. And I know that so much richness can happen from that connection. So I really appreciate everybody taking the time again to be here with us. So we can stop the recording in a minute and kind of pop on if anybody has any questions to ask. And remember too that every Thursday we do this call. So I'd love to see your smiling faces here. It's the same time. We have different hosts that will be guiding the call. So you get lots of flavor, lots of different energies and stories come through, but it's always a really quality time to just come on and be energized and be supported with hopeful, solution-oriented humans, right? We can all use that.